Okay, this next one is like the sine stuff that we just went ahead and did. We need to get tangent of x all by itself, and we need to go ahead and get all the numbers all by themselves as well. So that's it, is that I'm going to add 1 to each side, and afterwards I'm going to divide by 3. So I'm going to get the tangent squared of x equals 1/3. And then I need to take the square root of both sides, because that's what we need to do to get rid of the square root. And that's going to give me the tangent of x equals, now this is very important, plus or minus the square root of 1/3. Now, to rationalize this out, we know that we don't like the square root of 3 on the bottom, so I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 3. And at the end of the day, our last step is going to be the tangent of x is going to give us plus or minus the square root of 3 over 3, which is great because that's a known value. So now we go to work. We think to ourselves, when I take the tangent of some angle, it gives me the positive square root of 3 over 3 or the negative square root of 3 over 3. And we know that that is going to occur here when I know that it's going to be 30 degrees, or pi over 6. This guy, which is another reference angle of pi over 6. This angle, which is a pi over reference angle of pi over 6. And this angle. So basically, we have all these stops that could satisfy this equation. So let's take a look. And I'm going to, for the moment, take a look at that guy. So we know that x is going to equal pi over 6 the first time it satisfies that equation. However, if we look with this one turn around here, is that halfway through the turn of the unit circle, it's going to hit again for this guy. So that means is that it's going to, every pi, repeat itself. Pi, and again, pi, etc. So that basically means that I only have to put pi over 6 plus pi n, oops, stop it, okay, where n is an integer for those particular values. And likewise, when I look over here and I see, I'm trying to find something that's a vastly different color here, this angle, okay, now this angle over here is going to be 3 pi over 4, okay, and x equals 3 pi, I'm sorry, it's not 3 pi over 4, I apologize, it is 5 pi over 6. So 5 pi over 6 is going to give us that first value that's going to satisfy that equation. And when I go around here, this is going to be another pi distance halfway around the unit circle that is going to satisfy this thing. So it's going to be plus pi n, where n is an integer. Okay? And so that's kind of a strange solution to this guy, but that's the way that that thing works out. And we're looking for the first time that it actually hits, okay, that is that it completes the statement in a correct way, and then when does it do it again? For the blue angle, it did it every pi, and for the green angle, it did it every pi as well. So therefore, we know that whatever value that I plug in for n, it's going to kick out a correct solution that is going to satisfy our original guy, which is over here. So, all right, that's how you do that, and thank you for watching.